Hello healthy blood pressure warriors. I'm Sarah. If checking your blood pressure makes you anxious, you are not alone. Many people see a high top number and then panic when the bottom number looks normal or even low. That mix can feel confusing and scary, especially if you have heard different advice from different doctors and you no longer know who to trust. Here is what I promise you today. In the next few minutes, you will understand exactly what those two numbers mean, why this specific pattern is so common as we get older, and why treatment can feel complicated when the top number is high but the bottom number is not. You will also learn what recent evidence is suggesting about this situation, so you can stop guessing and start making calmer, safer decisions. Quick basics first. Your blood pressure has two numbers. The upper number is systolic blood pressure. It is the pressure on your artery walls each time your heart beats. The lower number is diastolic blood pressure. It is the pressure between beats when your heart relaxes. When both numbers are high, treatment is usually straightforward, but when systolic is high and diastolic is normal or low, many people get stuck. Doctors often move cautiously, trying not to push diastolic too low, and that can leave systolic higher than it should be. In a moment, I'll show you the simple way to think about this pattern, and the one practical step you can take today to reduce fear and get clearer numbers. Every time you check your blood pressure, you feel anxious, especially when your top number, systolic, is high but your bottom number, diastolic, is normal or low. You start wondering, if I treat the top number, will the bottom number drop too far and become dangerous? That fear can push people into two risky habits. They either stop checking altogether, or they accept gentle treatment just to protect the bottom number while the top number stays high in the background. The danger is not always immediate, but it can build over time and raise risk for the heart, brain, and kidneys. Mixed messages can also destroy trust and leave you feeling stuck and alone. Blood pressure has two numbers. Systolic is the pressure when your heart beats. Diastolic is the pressure between beats. A large analysis published in Circulation, November 2020, involving over 47,000 people and using genetic and survival data, found that heart attack risk tended to decrease as systolic blood pressure decreased, even in people with lower than normal diastolic readings. The safe way forward is simple: focus on steady systolic control, but do it responsibly. Use a calm reading routine. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Breathe slowly. Take 2 readings 1 minute apart, and record the average for 7 days. Do not change your medication on your own. Bring your 7-day log and medication list to your doctor or pharmacist and ask for a personalized plan. If checking your blood pressure makes you anxious, you're not alone, especially when the top number, systolic, is high but the bottom number, diastolic, is normal or low. You may fear that treating systolic will drive diastolic too low. That fear can lead to risky habits: avoiding the cuff, repeating readings until you panic, or staying on tiny doses while systolic stays high for months. The harm is quiet, but it adds up, and mixed advice can kill trust. Systolic, during a heartbeat, and diastolic, between beats. In November 2020, Circulation, the American Heart Association's journal, published a large analysis using genetic and survival data from 47,000 plus people worldwide, led by Dr. Bill McAvoy at Nui Galway with links to Harvard and Johns Hopkins. Do this: sit 5 minutes. Breathe slow. Take 2 readings 1 minute apart. Log the average for 7 days. Don't change meds on your own. Bring your log and med list to your doctor or pharmacist. If you're over 60, you may dread checking your blood pressure. The top number, systolic, runs high, but the bottom number, diastolic, looks normal or low, and you worry that treating systolic will push diastolic too low and trigger a heart attack. That fear can quietly trap you. You stop measuring, or you accept under treatment just to protect the bottom number while systolic stays high day after day. The damage doesn't always feel immediate, but over time uncontrolled high blood pressure can raise risk for heart attacks and also harm the brain and kidneys. Blood pressure has two numbers. Systolic is pressure when the heart beats. Diastolic is pressure between beats. A major analysis looked at the link between low diastolic pressure and heart attack risk and found something important. Heart attack risk tended to drop as systolic pressure dropped, even in people whose diastolic readings were lower than normal. Here's the safe next step: use a calm routine. Sit 5 minutes. Breathe slowly. Take 2 readings 1 minute apart, and record the average for 7 days. Don't change medication on your own. Bring your log and medication list to your doctor or pharmacist to adjust safely. If your blood pressure looks like 150/60, you're not just confused, you're anxious. Your top number, systolic, is high, but your bottom number, diastolic, is low, and you worry that stronger treatment will push diastolic too far and harm your heart. For years, this pattern has made treatment feel tricky. Doctors often stayed extra cautious with dosing because they believed diastolic below 70, or very high diastolic, could be dangerous. The result is that many people with stubbornly high systolic pressure may have been undertreated on low doses that barely move the top number, while risk quietly builds over time. Here's the clearer path. Systolic is the pressure when your heart beats. Diastolic is the pressure between beats. Newer evidence suggests systolic control matters strongly even when diastolic runs lower. Your next step should be safe and simple. Use a calm routine. Sit 5 minutes. Breathe slowly. Take 2 readings 1 minute apart. And record the average for 7 days. Don't change medications on your own. Bring your log and medication list to your doctor or pharmacist so dosing can be adjusted without side effects. If your blood pressure looks like 155/62, you may feel stuck. The bottom number seems too low to touch, so you worry that treating the top number will make things worse. For years, many doctors focused on keeping diastolic above 70 because that's what they believed was safest. But that often meant systolic stayed above normal, and the trade-off was constant worry, more frequent monitoring, and repeated dose changes, while the top number remained quietly harmful over time. The newer evidence shifts the approach. Systolic is the pressure when your heart beats. Diastolic is the pressure between beats. Instead of being paralyzed by a lower diastolic reading, the goal becomes safer, steadier systolic control, without chasing numbers in panic. Start with a calm routine. Sit 5 minutes. Breathe slowly. Take 2 readings 1 minute apart. And log the average for 7 days. Do not change medication on your own. Bring your log and medication list to your doctor or pharmacist so treatment can focus on systolic while watching for side effects. If your readings look like 160/55, it can feel scary. You want to lower the top number, systolic, but the bottom number, diastolic, is already low, and you worry that going lower could damage your heart. That fear often leads to hesitation. Either you avoid checking, or treatment stays too cautious. The top number may remain high for months, quietly increasing risk, while you live in constant uncertainty and repeat measurements that only raise your anxiety. Newer evidence has brought more clarity for this exact pattern: high systolic with low diastolic. The research suggests that even when the diastolic reading falls below 50, it may not create the heart risk many people once feared. So doctors can focus more on reaching a safer systolic level with less hesitation. As Dr. Bill McAvoy explained, genetics-based research helps guide treatment for patients with high systolic values and lower diastolic values. Your safe next step: don't chase numbers in panic. Use a calm routine. Sit 5 minutes. Breathe slowly. Take 2 readings 1 minute apart. And log the average for 7 days. Do not change medication on your own. Bring your log and med list to your clinician or pharmacist for a personalized plan. If your blood pressure looks like 158/58, you may feel torn. You want the top number, systolic, lower, but you fear the bottom number, diastolic, is already too low. So every reading brings anxiety and doubt. That fear can keep people stuck either avoiding the cuff or accepting undertreatment while systolic stays high for months. High blood pressure is common, over 1 in 5 women and 1 in 4 men, and it raises risk for heart attacks and strokes, and can also harm the brain and kidneys. The lead researcher's message is clearer now: aim to treat to a systolic range of 100 to 130 when possible and without side effects. And don't fixate on the diastolic value. Your next step: stop chasing single readings. Sit 5 minutes. Breathe slowly. Take 2 readings 1 minute apart. And log the average for 7 days. Do not change medication on your own. Bring your log and medication list to your doctor or pharmacist for safe adjustments. If your blood pressure looks like 160/58, you may feel trapped. You want the top number, systolic, lower, but the low bottom number, diastolic, makes you anxious. So treatment feels confusing and stressful. For years, This pattern was hard to treat. Doctors tried to lower systolic without letting diastolic drop, and that caution sometimes left people undertreated, which can be nearly as risky as untreated high blood pressure. It can also mean more checkups, more dose changes, and more worry. Newer evidence has given clearer guidance for high systolic with low diastolic, so clinicians can focus more confidently on controlling the top number and reduce complications. For you, the next step is simple and safe. Sit quietly 5 minutes. Breathe slowly, take 2 readings 1 minute apart, and log the average for 7 days. Do not change medication on your own. Bring your log and medication list to your doctor or pharmacist so you can target systolic safely with fewer surprises. If you have high blood pressure, it's exhausting to hear one message online and a different message in the clinic, especially when your numbers don't fit neatly. And if your diastolic, bottom number, is high, you may feel even more worried because you know that still matters. The danger is that confusion can lead to the wrong focus. Some people ignore the problem, while others chase random readings and lose sleep. High blood pressure doesn't always feel urgent day to day, but over time it can quietly raise serious risk. One key note: the study we discussed is not meant for people with high diastolic numbers. A high bottom number is still a concern, and doctors will continue working to bring it down to a safer range. If you want simple, practical education on lowering blood pressure safely, here are 3 quick steps. Subscribe. Tap the bell so you don't miss new videos. And watch another popular healthy blood pressure video next. Thanks for watching, and have a happy, healthy day.